This is the field in behind our house, and to access this field we climb over the wall and scramble under a fence and do a few things like that to get here, but it's worth it because during the lockdown we realised it was one of the few places near to us where we could let Eppie go free without a lead, apart from walking up and down the road. When we walk up and down our road with the dog, we have to keep her on a lead, so we kind of came here. There's no traffic and no cars and no bikes and no people, absolutely nobody, nothing but amazing views like this. That's the burn, gorgeous hills with a burn that we've walked in many times, and a field full of beautiful wild flowers, as you can see. So I'm walking you through here so that you can see the views. There's the lovely oxeye daisy, lots of dandelions of course, mixed views on them, depends where they grow. But what's really amazing, I think, about this field is the varieties of wildflowers, some of which I haven't identified. These, aren't they lovely? Really pale pink, delicate little daisy type with a little yellow stamen in the middle. And of course what the Burren is famous for is the orchid. There's the lovely orchid. There's another one. There's another one. Actually the orchids are everywhere. I can't walk more than 2 feet without seeing an orchid. So I'll point the camera down and you can spot them for yourself as I'm going along. Some gorgeous thistles over here. Lots and lots of briar. The bane of my life as it comes into our garden and climbs down over the beds and trips us up. But in its place, it's great. And here's Eppie. Say hello, Eppie. Good girl. Now, coming down here, I'm still looking downwards. So as you can see the flowers as I come to them. Here's the scabious. Horrible name, scabious. It's not one bit scabby. Absolutely gorgeous. And I have loads of these wild in my garden as well, and they attract butterflies and bees and all sorts of wildlife. Over here, this yellow flower. All these things all grow together in groups. And we continue walking down here through the field. And there was horses in this field for a while, but they're not here at the moment, so it's given all the flowers a chance to grow. There's the ragwort, the yellow ragwort, which is apparently poisonous to animals. Eppie never goes near it, but if I find it in my garden I do tend to pull it out and get rid of it just in case. There's a lovely white, I think it's Achillea, I'm not sure. Again, it's a little group, grouped by colour, grouped by variety. Over here, more and more ragwort, lots of it. And lift the camera up now so you can see a bit more. You can see there's some horse paraphernalia where the horses used to come. Isn't it a lovely peaceful place though? During the lockdown we could just escape into here and see nobody and let Eppie go free and just kind of relax, and it feels like we're in the middle of the Burren Hills going for a walk, even though we're just behind our house literally. But it was just a lovely feeling to go somewhere that wasn't a road and you wouldn't bump into anybody. and you could just kind of chill out and sit down and watch the flowers growing, watch the clouds moving. There they are, aren't they lovely? So now I'm coming up this little hill, walking through all these long grasses. Just showing you over here. And I think the thing I like about the fields here, in this particular little set of, I don't know, 3 acres, is that I like the ups and downs. I like the fact that you go up, you go down, and you go around the tiny little hills. So they're not just walking on the flat. There's a bit of variety where you put your feet. And I'm just coming up now. There's some more beautiful orchids. Aren't they something? Absolutely amazing. And they're growing wild and free here in Galway on this little bit of burren landscape. If you have a look down, you'll see that most of this landscape is rock. There's actually very little soil. And I mentioned this before in my videos and on www.gracelikesthegarden. I talk about rocks a lot because there's so many of them. We can't dig a bed out without practically having to hire a digger or something to remove these huge rocks. So it has its disadvantages as well. And you learn to grow certain things. This will do well. I once went on a course in foraging and I ate some thistle. It wasn't that kind now, it was a much thicker one. God, it was gorgeous, but it was an awful lot of trouble to get the bit to eat by the time it stripped off all the thistly bits. I'm just walking you up this little hill now. We stripped off all the little thistly bits and got the tiny little bit inside that wasn't going to rip your tongue out and that you could eat safely. It was lovely, but whether it would catch on as a mainstream food variety, I don't know. So here I am. I've gone up the top of this little rocky hill and I'm higher now, so you can look down on the field. Sorry about the wobbly camera. I've got a bit of osteoarthritis in my hands, so it's hard for me to do these things, so nothing's ever going to be perfect, but I don't care, and I hope you don't either. So now we're up the top of the hill. This is usually where we sit down and have a rest. Because I'm showing you the field, I'll just walk on a little bit further to show you. I'm going downhill now, coming across to here where all these ferns have grown. I think they've all just grown in the last few weeks, covering the ground. Oh look what I've spotted! Mushrooms! Can you see them? I'm going to pick them on the way back and we're going to have mushrooms for tea if Eppie doesn't eat them. Aren't they great? Yeah, there's a nice little bonus walking the field. So coming over here, I'm just going to point the camera upwards. See the ditch at the furthest you can see in the shot? Behind that is where I've just come from. That's where our house is. It's a field beyond that. So if you see that telegraph pole there, it's about a field beyond that. That's where I'm standing at the moment. That's how easy it is for us to get in here. And my God, aren't we lucky? Oh, big finger in the shot there. Sorry about that. I wasn't looking what I was doing. Now, more orchids. I'm going to put the camera down, as you can see what I see when I'm looking down. There's the orchid and the ferns, the dandelions. There's another orchid just dying off. Pinker colour, a lighter colour pink than the other ones. So I'm going to walk back up the hill now and I'm going to have a little sit down and a rest. And I hope you enjoyed walking with me in my special field. I'm just going to put the camera down again so you can see why this place is so calm. Because when you walk up and down, you see all these flowers and you see all this stuff, and it's mesmerising. So lifting it up again, walking back towards my little sitting down place with Eppie, past the mushrooms that I'm going to come back and grab in a few minutes after I've had a sit down. That's where I'm going to sit. See, just up there, see the red peeping out of the green there, the orchids. They're just peeping out. That rocky place there, that's actually a really good example of the landscape that we're on here. To see the size of that rock there, it's a big one, isn't it? That's the type of rocks that are lying just beneath a lot of the soil here, and that's why we've got so little of our garden developed, because every time we try and put a bed in, we discover that underneath what we thought was a little layer of soil is a big heap of rocks. Anyway, I'm going to sit down now. I'm just going to leave you looking at these thistles, and if you want to see any more about gardening, you can visit my website, Grace Likes to Garden. Have a nice day, happy gardening, happy walking, happy whatever you're doing, and take care. Bye bye.